Hi friends, I'm Sky and let's talk testing. Today, let's go through the 7 principles of software testing. These are really important because they lay down the foundations of your testing, regardless of where you are in your testing process. Number 1, testing shows the presence of defects, not their absence. So it's our job as testers to run our test cases and find defects, because they all exist over here, and manage them, report them, manage them, and close them off. Do not do your test cases so that you can prove that there are no defects, because that's not our job and that's not true. Number 2, exhaustive testing is not possible. Regardless of how many tests you run, there will always be something you haven't checked. So my perfectionist friends out there, take a deep breath, and you need to be okay with not testing everything. We still love you. Number 3, my favorite, early testing. The earlier you can get into the project, maybe it's the requirements meeting, maybe it's meeting with the business or project manager for the first time, maybe it's reviewing the code before it's even been written. The earlier you can get in there and start running your testing brain over what's going on, you start to build a picture of what they're looking for, and that picture is going to serve you throughout the rest of the process, and you're going to deliver a higher quality product. Because you know what? Early testing, you find defects earlier, which magically saves money and saves time, and the business will love you for it. Plus, you've done a great job. Well done. Moving on, number 4, defects cluster. Now, think back to high school. Now, all the naughty kids, they didn't all scatter throughout the school. They all hid in one spot at lunchtime. And you know what? Defects are the same. Then some might be, but most of them aren't going to be scattered throughout the project. They're all going to be hidden and clustered all together. So just like the teacher, if you go around and you find one, and you zoom in a little bit more, I betcha you'll find a whole more selection of defects for you to go through. And if you focus on that, you'll find that there might even be a root cause that could be identified and talked about later. Anywho, number 5, the pesticide paradox. I want you to channel your inner farmer. If you were a farmer and you had an apple tree and you sprayed it with the same sort of pesticides year in, year out, you know what? The bugs are going to build a tolerance to that. And that means that in a few years, those bugs are going to eat your apples. That sucks. No apples. And you know what? It's the same for testing. If you have one defect and you keep throwing the same test at it and at it again, eventually it'll pass. But you know what? That one might pass, but unfortunately, all these new little baby defects have come up and you've missed them. So remember, the pesticide paradox exists, and think outside the box. Number 6, context dependent. If you're looking to write tests, make sure they're relevant. Don't just pull last project's test suite and run that. Think about what you're testing, and it might be smart for you to run a similar test, but make a hybrid, review it, tweak it, make some changes so it's relevant. And number 7, the absence of errors is a fallacy. No project, platform, application exists without errors, and that's okay. If you're in a business meeting and a representative comes in to try and sell your business manager a program, a platform or an application, and they tell your business manager, oh my gosh, we have this super duper thing and it has 0 errors, we've tested it and it is perfection. My friends, have courage, put your hand up and say, I remember when I was learning the 7 principles of software testing, and you know what? The absence of errors is a fallacy. So that person is a liar, pants on fire. Okay, I've rambled on enough. That is the 7 principles of software testing. If you're studying for your ISTQB, probably understand these and make sure they make sense for you. And that's about it. I love testing. I'm sharing the joy of testing to you. Go ahead, spread the joy of testing to all the people you come across today. Have a fabulous day. I love you all. Bye.